Hey guys, what's up? This is Kat and welcome back to the bookish side of me. This is a book haul video. First off, I'm gonna tell you guys that I have a second part of this video because I'm still waiting for some books to arrive, probably this week. So that's why I'm going to film another book haul video, but I just want to film this one right now because I know that filming more than 30 books will exhaust the fuck out of me, so I need to do this right now. Anyway guys, for today's video, I'm going to share with you my Instagram and Shopee book haul. So all these books I got from Instagram secondhand bookshops or Shopee secondhand bookshops. And I have here one book that came from Facebook. Anyway guys, for this book haul, I'm not going to identify which stores these books came from because I would never remember them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link all the shops that I got these books from on the description box below. So guys, I have here a total of 18 books. And again, they are all either secondhand or discounted prices. So let's start first with the books that I got from the Shopee of Visprint Publishing Company. I got 3 books from their shop. The first one is a book from one of my favorite Filipino authors, Lee. That is Kung Alam Na Lang by Lee. This is a novel. I don't even know if this is a middle grade or a young adult or an adult novel, but it says here in the front, mga kwentong pambata para sa mga hindi na bata. If I'm going to translate that to English, it's like saying these are stories for children that is meant for not children. So it means like adult. So I don't know, but I'm interested about that. Next is I got this book. Also, I think this is a novel by Eliza Victoria, Project 17. Also, I don't know anything about this. I think this is a sci-fi novel. No idea, but I just want to try a book from this author. And then the last book that I got from Visprint, which I've read this already. This is a comics or graphic novel. It's Tabi Po Issue 1 by Mervyn Malonzo, and again, I've read this. So I'm actually looking for second issue and third issue of this book. So if you know where I can get them, please let me know. I want to complete this series so bad. Anyway guys, let's move on. So I'm just going to go through with this randomly. There are no genres or whatever, but first off, I'm going to show first the books that I've bought in secondhand, and these are the books that I've already read. Like I've read them years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago, but I sold my copies back then, and that's why I'm buying them again, which is lame. So the first one is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. If you don't know yet, I'm a big fan of Gillian Flynn, and this book is my favorite book of hers. But as I've said earlier, I've sold my copy back then, so that's why I have to buy this copy again. Thank God, even though this is secondhand, I still think it's in good condition, and there's also plastic cover, so thank you for that. I got this from Shopee. And then the next book that I really love, and definitely one of my favorite YA contemporary novels back then, but again, I sold the copy, and this one is so battered because I just bought this for 80 pesos. So that's why don't be surprised of how it looks. But that is Everyday by David Levithan. As you can see, it's kind of an old copy. Ayan, makikita niyo talaga sa edges. Old copy na siya. So yan, but I really don't mind the condition of the book because for me, I just want to keep a copy of this book because it's one of my favorite books. So that's the only reason why I bought this, even though it looks like this. But guys, it's only 80 pesos, you know. So there. Alright, so next is this trilogy or this series. I've already read them as well back in 2014, so that's 6 years ago. But as usual, I sold my copies. So that's why I have to buy them again, because I'm planning to continue the series this year, and this is definitely one of my favorite series of all time. Next to Hunger Games, I think this world is very unique and very well built, so I want to reread it this year so that I could continue with the series. And that is Legend by Marie Lu. I love these books a lot. I don't know why I sold my copy back then. Maybe I was stupid. But thank God I have them. And also, I got this from Shopee, and I'm very grateful because that shop as well has the 4th book of this series, which I'm super excited about, and that is Rebel by Marie Lu. So now I have to read this series, this trilogy, so that I could read the 4th book. This has been my TBR since last month, but I never get around to it, but hopefully this month I would. And then let's move on to the contemporaries that I have here. So first is this book. This is the only book that I got from Facebook because I saw this in a marketplace, and it's just 150 pesos, guys. So I got it, and that book is Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This book has been on my wish list for so long. I know that this is kind of a mystery book, but I'm not sure either. And then the next 2 books on my list are books that I've been really dying to get for the longest time because of how hype these books are. The first one is Autobiography by Christina Lauren. I'm sorry for the noise, but I'm just so excited for this one. I'm gonna read it this month because this is included in my TBR, which I haven't uploaded yet, so please bear with me, guys. I'm going to do it sooner or later, okay? And then the next one that I'm so excited also is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Aliri Saenz. I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry. But this book also has LGBT representation. I'm going to read this book as well this month. But I've been dying to read this book because I know that a lot of people love this. And I hope that I will, because that would be a sad story. And look at all that stamp on the cover. So beautiful. And then the next books that I'm going to discuss are big books, in my opinion. These are the books that I've been dying to have as well when it comes to books that are hyped up in BookTube. And one of them is Vicious by V. Schwab. My problem was this is too expensive in fully booked when I first saw it. It's 900 plus for a paperback, and I don't think that's actually reasonable price. I don't know about you guys, but I don't buy 900 plus paperback books anywhere. So that's why I have to wait and I have to look for a second-hand book or a discounted price. And I got this for 450 pesos. So that's very, very cheap in my opinion, guys. And then the next book also is a first book in a series. I've been wanting to have this for so long because if you don't know yet, guys, I'm not really a big fan of fantasy, but I love sci-fi. Like, I super appreciate books with mixed media and with sci-fi-ish story, like Black Mirror kind of story, if you know what I mean. But this one is the first book in a very hyped up series as well, and that is Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I've heard so much good reviews about this book that I really wanna get my own copy of this. I was actually thinking of getting the hardback because it was so beautiful. It was so pretty, but it is also expensive. So I thought I'm gonna stick to my rules. I'm going to buy first the first book. If this one goes well with my taste, with my preference, then probably I'm going to buy the beautiful set in hardback because it is so pretty, like hands down. Alright, and then the next 2 books in this haul are not first books because I read the first book of this series in March and I loved it. I gave it 4 stars, I think. I read it for a book club book of the month, and I really love this series, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy the rest of the series, and there's a fourth book that's coming, but I need to buy first the first book because I don't have it yet. But the series that I'm talking about is An Ember in the Ashes. So I have the second book, which is A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir, and the third book, which is A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir, of course. Ingay nila sa baba. But anyway, so the first book, again, I've read it in ebook. So right now I'm looking for a second-hand or a discounted price of the first book. I don't want to buy it in full price. So these books, I bought them in super cheap prices. Oh my goodness, you guys. This one I think I bought for 400 pesos, and then this one is for 300. So that is super cheap. By the way, guys, I'm gonna complete the series. I'm going to buy the first one and the fourth one, which is coming this year. I think it's December. Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh my god, ang daming ingay. Let's finish this video. Okay, ang gulo na ng buhay natin dito. Pasensya na, guys. But second to the last book for this haul, this book, I've been wanting to have this, and I don't know why. This author, if we're talking about horror or thriller genre, he's definitely not my ought-to-buy author, because I think that his books are a hit or a miss in my preference when it comes to horror and thriller. It's just that I don't think that we could vibe that much. But when I first heard this book, I really want to read it. The reason is, this is like a historical fiction with alternate reality. I don't know how to explain that one, but this, for me, is the most interesting book that he ever puts out. So I'm talking about Stephen King and his book 11/22/63. I've heard so much good reviews about this book, and I've been wanting to have this for the longest time. I've been searching for this, and I want to get this so bad. There's a lot of things in this book, but this is a humongous book. Super big. I think it has 800 plus pages. Yep, we have 840 plus pages in this book. But I'm just so happy that I got this for a very, very cheap price. And the last book in this pile is still on my pouch because I'm currently reading this. I'm so sorry. So even though it's very noisy in the background, I'm going to continue. Okay, nakita nyo na. I'm going to continue this video because this is the last book. So I'm just sorry. Please bear with that. Anyway, the last book on my haul for today, I also got this book from SHOPEE. The shop is Knacks PH, I think. And this book is my most anticipated read for 2020. And that book is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins. And right now, I'm currently reading it. Almost half, but not yet there, just almost. So I got this for 980 pesos plus shipping fee, which is around, I think I spent 1,040 pesos for this book. So this is included in my SHOPEE haul, and salamat SHOPEE. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I got this on my hands and I'm reading it right now. And I'm doing a reading vlog of this book, so if you're interested, probably it will be out next week. I don't know yet about my schedule, but yeah, I'm doing a reading vlog and going to do a review and all that stuff, and that's it. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. That is for this haul, and I've got a great amount of books that I got from SHOPEE in a very, very cheap price, and I'm very glad and I'm very happy for myself because I know that I've saved a lot of money. So again, guys, I'm gonna put the links of the online stores on the description box below so that you could also check out their shops and browse whatever is available to them. For me, I always promote buying from secondhand bookshops or secondhand bookstores because in my opinion, it is more of a responsible consumer and it is more sustainable for our environment, if you get what I mean. I'm not saying that you can't buy brand new books if that's really what you want. Really, that's your money and you can spend it wherever you want to. It's just that for me, it's being more practical and being more responsible. So yeah, I'm super happy with this haul, and I know that I'm gonna read all of them probably, but there are added on my growing TBR for this year. Again, I have another video that is coming up. I'm just waiting for some books to arrive. I still have 2 or 3 books that will arrive this week. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. It's getting dark and there are a lot of noise around, so thank you for watching, and I hope that you get something from here, and I hope that you are safe. And just remember guys, the world is yours for the reading. Bye, and see you in the next one.